Wonder why I'm filming here, but I just saw a sign on the side of the road that said point of interest, and I thought, let's go have a look. We're at Tennessee Pass, which is very interesting considering that we are not in the state of Tennessee, we're in the state of Colorado. 10,424 feet high. Tennessee Pass also marks a spot on the Continental Divide, which is basically the backbone of the nation. It means that water that falls on the eastern side of the Rockies, all of it eventually reaches the Atlantic Ocean, while water that falls on the west side eventually reaches the Pacific Ocean. Amazing to think that we're standing here on the backbone of America. Wow, an American War Memorial. Look at this. This one is in honor of all of the 10th Mountain Division soldiers. Most of them fought in World War II. Here, an engraving of a mule. This is because Leadville is known for its rich mule history. The miners of Leadville used to race their mules once a year up to the top of the mountain, and they carried their gold mining pans and their rucksacks and their rock axe, and the first one who could get their mule to the top would win. Another war memorial. Ah, look, even here, tribute to the Vikings. I tell you, the Ericsons have had a big influence on the world. Sign of some Scandinavian culture right here. Scandinavian flag right next to the American flag. They've had a long partnership over many decades. I mean, millennia. Now here's a piece of fascinating American architecture and culture. There is a bench which you can rest on here, and also over here another bench, but the walk is like 50 feet from the parking lot. Now this is because many Americans, not so much in Colorado but in other regions of the country, do not get out much for exercise, and they don't have their lungs developed for the high mountain air. So it's quite a trek for them to walk from the parking lot up to the memorial that's about 20 feet away from their car. Perhaps not the most glorious part of American history. I'm sure glad we pulled over here though. We got to see the Continental Divide, the memorial to the 10th Mountain Soldiers, the memorial to the relationship between Scandinavia and America. I can't imagine what else we might find along this road. Crikey! Well, 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 look what I have found here. In the middle of nowhere, the remains of the 10th Mountain Army Division training camp. This is what remains of the 10th Mountain Army Division camp. You can see out in the distance the evenness of the terrain. It's where the barracks used to stand. Imagine being a young lad selected to train at the site of the 10th Mountain Division base camp. These young lads were the fittest, the most robust. It was quite an honor to be trained here, to learn to ski, Nordic ski, downhill ski, snowboard maybe, whitewater rafting, kayaking, rock climbing. All the skills necessary for warfare in the Alps. Now, most of these battles took place in the Italian Alps, on the northern side of Italy. A lot of areas where the Axis and the Allied powers butted up against each other was very mountainous terrain. So Colorado and a site like this would be perfect for developing soldiers to prepare for those battles. That's an interesting find. I wonder if it's accurate. Okay, time to carry on. We have many more miles until we reach the town of Minturn. Wow, look at what I just spotted up ahead. An American bus stop. You'll never guess what I just spotted alongside of the road. An American bus stop. We're going to stop and have ourselves a look. Let's go check it out. When I first saw it, I just couldn't believe what I spotted in the middle of the American wilderness. Look, all the way out here, we are in the Arapaho National Forest, surrounded by, for miles on all sides by national forest. This is basically not in the town at all. We're in the national forest where people come to recreate in America. I literally can't believe what we found. Look at this, American bus stop. This is number 109, Highway 24, Water Street. Let's go inside. Wow, look at this. American bus stop seats. Oh. And what do we have here? Maybe the electrical box to a heater. Look at all these places you can go from this bus stop. You could go to the town of Minturn, or from where we just came, Leadville. And you can stop at all these places along the way. We're obviously near Red Cliff and Vail, Colorado. Now this bus stop is used primarily for workers in the tourism industry that have to commute back and forth from Minturn to Leadville on the treacherous road. In the winter, it can be quite scary and dangerous, and no doubt they prefer to be on a bus for its environmental advantages and its safety. You don't have to worry about driving when it's icy and snowy outside if you take the bus. Architecture of this American bus station. It's made of clear plexiglass that you can see through no matter if you're inside or outside. Look, I can see all the way through this American bus stop. Americans out west really value their scenery and their views, and obviously when you're in a place like this, maybe not that, the clear plexiglass just allows you to be more one with nature. It doesn't matter if you're inside, outside, it gives you that feeling of being in the national forest and represents the values that Americans in the West hold dear. Goodbye, bus stop. Goodbye. I'm glad we found you. I don't think I can replicate a find as amazing as that. So this may be the end of the video. Next time I'll see you in another location in Colorado.